Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your November 2022 general love reading. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. So this reading may resonate if you have a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any other strong Sagittarius placement. However, remember that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If the reading simply does not resonate at all, please do not try to force it. Instead, be sure to check out the readings for your other signs. If this reading happens to resonate, feel free to use the link below in the description box to join me over at the extended reading after this. Stick around at the end of the video to hear more about the extended, including the specific questions that we'll be exploring, as well as see a preview of it. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into this. So first, we are going to be using the Moonology Oracle deck just to pull the overall theme and energy between you and the person that you are connecting with or will be connecting with. So overall theme and energy, please, for my Sagittarius collective. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So you may have Gemini in your chart, maybe your person does, but that is definitely not necessary. What do you need to release at the bottom of the deck? So the theme for you is communication, okay? And with the new moon, with new beginnings and so forth, I feel like there is an opportunity. What do you need to release though? For some of you, it may have to do with some sort of negative mindset or something from the past. I'm heavily picking that up, possibly some assumptions. I'm definitely sensing the need for effective, thorough, and honest communication, okay? So I'm gonna grab another oracle. I cannot talk today, you guys. There could actually be a throat chakra issue because communication is key, and I just stuttered there for a minute. So someone could have some issues fully expressing themselves. Positive movement forward. I love this. Love, love, love this. Balance at the bottom of the deck. So I feel that some communication, I feel like that's going to be the theme, is going to really set the path, open the doors up for some positive movement forward. You may be finding some clarity. Okay, so that didn't pop out, and I didn't even see what it was, but we're going to be pulling a message from your person. And as I always say, if it's meant to come out or fly out, it will, but I did not even ask the question. So let's grab a message, overall message energy from Sagittarius's person, please. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. Wow. I feel like someone wants to bring something up. I feel like someone wants to say something. Someone may be nervous here, or there's this elephant in the middle of the room, you know. Your beauty still moves me. There's definitely someone here who's still very much attracted to you. This is a lot. So I definitely feel, as I said, again, an emphasis on communication. Someone wants to speak up. There could be some sort of confession. There could be something here that is very critical, Sagittarius. So let's get into the tarot and see what is really going on. Everything has been pre-shuffled, but we're gonna give this a bit of a shuffle here. So let's see what's going on for my Sagittarius collective, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other major placements. And please, 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 if this resonates, comment below your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any of your other major placements. I would love to know which part of the collective I am connecting with. Three of Wands, beautiful, beautiful, expansive energy. I can already tell right now I'm probably not going to have enough room on the table, so I may have to fix this. Seven of Swords, though. Okay, I feel like this is more so strategy. Queen of Wands. Temperance. Okay. Four of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles. Let me fix this very quickly. We do have the Chariot in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. All right, so by default, the person up here often represents the person that I am doing the reading for, aka you, while the person down here often represents the person that you're connecting with. This is a general reading though, and I am simply reading energies, so please feel free to swap these positions if it makes sense. So for some, you may actually find that you resonate more with the person down here, and the person that you're connecting with is up here, and that is totally okay. So let's start off with the Queen of Wands. So this could be you or someone with fire in their chart, but that is not necessary. But there's someone here who is confident, creative, and bold. And this may be in general or in a particular situation. We will be drawing more cards and see what this is about. But I definitely feel like there is someone here who's very magnetic, very attractive. Someone could be a bit more social at this time as well. The Three of Wands is about growth and expansion, and it's also about waiting for your ships to come in after something has already been set in motion. So for some of you, this could be related to expansion of a connection or waiting on or sending out a message. The Seven of Swords though is telling me that whatever this is, it may be flying under the radar a bit, and someone may not know about it, at least not yet. Someone could be strategizing here, and we'll have to see why. So once we get more cards out, we'll dive into that. Temperance down here is representing your person, which is telling me that they are in a state of moderation, balance, and patience. You are being represented by the Four of Swords in the reverse, and this is telling me that there is a sense of re-energizing, okay? And coming out of a period of feeling restless or a period of retreat. The Nine of Pentacles tells me that the incoming energy is stable, and you may feel like you have everything that you need, and I absolutely love this. You and your person share a healthy mix of independence and love, and it feels good, and it really, really feels balanced. So this is what I am seeing so far. I want to get out more cards and dive deep, and I especially want to know what is flying under the radar here, because from afar, everything looks really, really good. But with the Seven of Swords popping up and communication is key, I can't seem to find the right words to say. You may be picking up something here, feeling like you don't know something. There could be feelings of suspicion or feeling like something's going on. I don't see any like red flags. There could be someone here who's planning something, someone who's a bit nervous, but we really, really need to see, you know, I don't want to say too much before we get the cards out, but overall, I'm not seeing anything negative. I'm just seeing that there's something here that may not be said at this time. And with the chariot in the reverse, Cancerian energy at the bottom of the deck, there could be this directionless energy, because when the Chariot is upright, this is like getting in your car, knowing the address, putting it in your GPS, and you are on your way. When it's in the reverse, it's like, I don't really know where I'm going, or maybe I do, but you know, I don't have the GPS. I'm not sure how to get there, and it's a bit directionless. So there may be certain things that someone has to figure out, and that may be the words, okay? So let's get into this. And we're also going to be using Lenormand cards as well as some oracle cards. But I want to know more about the Three of Wands here, please. What is the Three of Wands here about? Five of Swords. King of Swords. Judgment in the reverse. Okay, let's pull the Queen of Wands here. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Cups. Page of Pentacles. And off the bat, I want to know, and we're going to put all of this together, Seven of Swords. So there may be someone here who is looking outward. All right, let's pull some Lenormand cards here because I want to know what is going on here. There could be communication with an external party at this time, but it may be slowed. Okay, Ship. The Rider. You know, usually I started to go one by one in my readings, but I feel like there's a lot here that we need to unpack, and I just want to get to it. I don't want to say anything. I just want to make sure with what I say. I don't want to say something alarming and then, you know, like go back on it. And I specifically want to know, tell me more about the Five of Swords, because someone here could be reaching out to something or someone here, and they may know that it is not a good idea. All right, so let me just rearrange this very quickly. So I want to briefly touch on the recent past first. Now, for some of you, you may be dealing with this right now. And for others of you, this may be the more distant past. For others of you, the more recent. Take what resonates. So with birds, the birds and the tree, this is telling me that there is some sort of deep-rooted nervousness. And with the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles, there could have been some sort of chaotic situation, but someone was still stepping into this Queen of Wands energy and was able to navigate it, or you may be navigating it now with both confidence and grace. I feel this queen, male or female, doesn't matter, I'm just reading the energy, still had their guard up though, especially with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And I feel like there were a lot of concerns. I feel like someone was very much doing their best to intuitively connect and approach the situation in a balanced way with compassion. And also not wanting to jump to conclusions. And if this is you, I applaud you because there's a lot of difficult energy here, Sagittarius. There's a lot of difficult energy. And this could really build up and take a toll on someone. And feeling so unsettled could have made it difficult to remain balanced. So, especially because that's what I'm really getting with the birds, the tree, and then especially this Nine of Wands in the reverse energy, which is very much like looking over your shoulder and so forth. And there could have been a lot of worries. But I definitely feel like despite particular actions being taken, and this is just for some of you, there just may have been some worries regarding something that was being carried out, whether that was someone else doing something or you doing something. But I definitely feel that there was this nervousness. And it could have, for some of you, just for some, could have pushed someone into fight or flight, because it's very much this, not necessarily stay or go, but it can make someone feel a bit spooked here. Okay, now I want to get into the current situation and the energies that you may be experiencing this at this time. We did pull the Ship, the Rider, the Three of Wands, the Five of Swords, the King of Swords, and Judgment in the reverse. So I want to put this out there that in the beginning, when I said that could there be, I believe some sort of external energy or someone focused on turning their energy elsewhere, but knowing that it could be a bad decision, I feel like there could be, I don't feel like this is necessarily about you though. That's the thing. I feel like there's some sort of outside external energy here that I'm picking up on. What I'm getting here, we'll just get into this, that there's a message or action that is really flavored by someone really just going for what they want at all costs, even though logically there may be some self-doubts, self-criticism, and possibly some uncertainty. There could have been some sort of quick change here as well. And for some of you, I'm going to hold that thought. But there could have been some quick change here, okay? If there was some sort of decision on the table, or there is one that needs to be made, I don't see that it's happened yet, at least not in the cards. We're going to have to explore more here. I'm getting two additional storylines that add on to what I just said, so please take what resonates. The first one is that logically, someone may know that something is not a good idea. I mean, the King of Swords upright knows that. There are no excuses. So that is something important to consider when it comes down to whether or not some sort of decision was made and how it was weighed out. There could have been some attempted peer pressure in the mix, but again, if it's not that, some sort of quick change that may have been unexpected, because Ship and Rider can indicate a temporary new acquaintance or even place. There is something unfamiliar here to someone. So I feel like someone is in uncharted waters, and it could be an overwhelming experience. For a smaller portion of the collective that I'm connecting with, there could be someone that's on a trip, or there could be some physical distance here, and possibly like a lack of communication about something related to a trip or the distance or some sort of news. The second storyline that I'm getting here regarding the details is that there could have been some sort of message that was a bit rude, especially with the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Star Aquarius energy, by the way, here. Okay, so it could have been a bit rude, and the Page of Swords in the reverse is also someone who can be a bit argumentative and defensive, but I feel as though this Page of Swords in reverse, they could have just simply not been speaking up, because the Page of Swords is also someone who is not expressing their truth. So either someone was a bit rude with what they had to say, with whatever message they had to say, and they got defensive because they were attempting to keep the peace. So they felt like they had to kind of stand their ground, and they were arguing about something here. Or they were not speaking up about something in order to keep the peace. Now, this may not be with you. This may be with something else or someone else regarding you, potentially. because this, please let me know below if this is resonating, because this is a bit of a confusing reading for me, but the cards to me are as clear as day. I'd love to know below how this is resonating for you in your life, and please let me know if you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or have any other major placements. But I feel as though the block is definitely communication here, Sagittarius, and it could be with a masculine energy or about a masculine energy. I feel like someone under pressure or due to some sort of quick change or peer pressure may have gone about something in a selfish way or decided to handle it in a way that was really just half-truths. I am seriously wondering if someone was not clear with an outside party about something in order to keep the peace. If it's not that, there is someone who is just selfishly taking their own time to express something here to you or to another party, being slow, possibly being strategic. But this is definitely related to some sort of communication. The block is the communication, okay? Something is not being expressed, and I feel like it's related to some sort of outside influence, circumstance, person, or it involves. And with the 8 of Wands in the reverse, this is the delay, this is the slowness. And because it's there, it's like, yeah, it'll eventually come out. But again, it could be some half-truths here. So that's very interesting. So I want to get into you and your person. So first, let's draw for Temperance. For your person. And remember, feel free to swap the roles if it makes sense. Okay, please tell me more. Oops. Cards almost slid out of my hands. About Temperance. The Devil. Three of Swords. 10 of Swords in the reverse. What is going on? Let's check out you. Four of Wands in the reverse. Okay. The Fool. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I just want to clarify that. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse, please. 10 of Wands. All right. And I gotta ask more about this Devil. Page of Cups. Tell me more about Temperance. And 3. I just want to clarify all these. 3 of Swords. Justice. Okay. Let's draw some Lenormand very quickly. The Tower. The Whip. The Heart. Yeah, I feel like someone doesn't know anything or doesn't know something quite yet, because these energies are very, they're different. They are different. This is actually, I'm gonna ask specifically, tell me about this page. Huh. This just changed. The game. I like that we drew this. This actually changes a lot, and I'm glad that I did. So I feel this person is trying to remain balanced and is trying to do the right thing. So let's get into this. Temperance, the Devil, Three of Swords, and Ten of Swords in the reverse for the main cards. Okay, and we did clarify these as well. I do remember what these were. So for some of you, this person may struggle with addictive tendencies, urges, materialism, possibly fear, maladaptive, unhealthy patterns or coping mechanisms. But I feel like this person has been doing their best to stay grounded, balanced, and patient. Because the Temperance card does not give in. The Temperance card is about moderation. This person does not want to disappoint you. So this person down here, I do feel like they are trying to avoid conflict or possibly, putting themselves in a place where they could be potentially criticized. So at this time, if you feel like there's a bit of distance or defensiveness, that could be why. And because again, like this person knows that, and we'll get into this in a moment, way deeper, but they know with this King of Swords, this is logic. This is looking at something and know that there could be potential heartbreak or pain that they could cause you here, or they could have. I don't feel like this person made the decision to take that route though. But there's something on the table here that this person wants to come in and tell you, something that may have come up here. And you may have sensed it. You may have sensed that something was off here, and we'll get into that in a moment, okay? So I am getting that this person, there may have been some temptation here in some way, shape, or form. This person does not want to disappoint you, but they do know that they need to tell you about something. So at this time, they may be trying to figure out how to tell you about something that came up. At this time, they may also feel out that you feel like something's up, or they may be dealing with their own worries, okay? And so this may be why there's a bit of distance. But this person cares what you think, and I don't feel they want to disappoint you, and they know that it's best to open up about something. And I'm not justifying any of this at all, but I do want to say that I feel this person is going to confess something to you, okay? I feel that it may take some time, or they may not spill all of the details, at least at once. But I definitely feel that this Three of Wands upright is about some sort of message that is coming in, okay? I do feel like this person is very much into you. And I feel like this person is trying to figure out, potentially obsessively, they're trying to balance out their weaknesses within, or they're trying to figure out how to find the strength and the courage, because they may be obsessively very much tied and connected to not only talking with you and enjoying your company, but trying to figure out how to bring something up is what I'm really getting. There is good news to all of this. We'll get to that in a moment. I feel with this message, because let's take a look at you. We've got the heart, the bouquet, Four of Swords in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse, the Fool, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ten of Wands. So I feel that you will listen to this person. And I do feel like whatever it is that they come in with, you may have some questions. I feel like there may be a lot of questions, but I don't feel as though you're going to see this as some sort of crazy thing that's worth walking away from the connection, such as cheating or something like that. I definitely don't think it's that, because again, I don't feel like this person did anything that harmed this connection. And just hear me out here if this is your reading. With you, I feel that you're going to listen to this person and that you will offer forgiveness, or you will give forgiveness if it's asked, despite moving forward on grounds that may feel a bit questionable, okay? Because I feel like you will have a lot of questions. I feel that you will have some sort of like a sense of relief, and as though there is this new beginning and the ability to make adjustments related to whatever has been feeling heavy. If there was some sort of outside influence, you may perceive this person or influence to be a burden in some way, shape, or form. But there is some sort of information that will bring you relief around all of this. And this knowing that despite the influence being there and being around your person, it may not have fully influenced your person, or it may have not influenced your person at all to take some sort of action. Okay? And I'll give them an example in just a moment here. I need to grab my charger. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So let's get into some examples, because you are probably wondering, what could this person be needing to feel like they need to confess to me that, I wouldn't walk away from? Like, what's going on here? I'm so confused. Explain this to me. So for example, and this is just an example of the energies, let's say that your person no longer drinks because they used to act poorly when they did. So there was an agreement between you two that, this wouldn't be a thing. And this person tells you that they did end up having a drink with some friends or some family, and they got a bit tipsy, but they did not get drunk, and it didn't seem like that evening like they were drunk when you two had been talking. So it's this energy of this person may have done something, but it didn't end in a complete disaster. But then there's this element of, okay, this person did this. Can I trust them? I guess maybe we can work on the trust, because at least they're coming to me and they're being honest about it. Because this is what's weighing heavily on them, is that they need to speak up about something. And it's like they may not have done something unfavorable here. It's just that you didn't know that this was even a situation that was going on for some of you. Another example is, let's say that an ex reaches out, or a friend tries to get them to go out and get into some trouble on a Saturday night. Maybe this person engages with these other parties, has a conversation with them, but your person keeps their distance and turns down the offer. They may not have told you about this, or for some, maybe they did not tell those other people that their decision to turn down the offer was connected to you in some way, okay? And for some of you, you may have had a hunch that something odd was going on and you just felt suspicious. And for others of you, you just may have literally not known about this. So when this person comes in and tells you about something, you might be like, okay, well, thank you for telling me. I appreciate that. On one hand, you may feel like, not necessarily being a fan that it happened to begin with, but also appreciating the honesty and knowing that it didn't get to actually be as bad as it could have been. Take what resonates here, though, take what resonates. But I definitely feel like there's going to be positive movement forward because this person is coming in and they're letting you know about something. So let's take a look at the 9 of Pentacles here. The Empress in the reverse. Okay. We do have the King of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Let's see why. So it looks like everything is going to be fine here. I feel like this is more of like the immediate occurrence. Okay, yeah. Okay, so at first, let's see, what's going on here? Because I feel like everything is going to be okay. The Moon, okay. Crossroads, so this makes sense. So the 9 of Pentacles, the Empress in the reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. This tells me that there is a focus on independence and you doing you for now. I feel that you are feeling confident, though. I feel like you are leaving the ball in this person's court, but you may feel as though you do have the upper hand right now, and I definitely feel that you do. But I do feel like you are going to be leaving the ball in this person's court to kind of put in the effort, make things right, and so forth, because regardless, something did happen here. And for some of you, you may need time because you may be a bit upset. But I do feel like this is going to resolve, and this will especially be the case if this person really, really takes a stand here and brings in new energy and really makes it right. And I feel that this will resolve if this person steps into those particular actions that are necessary here. Because with the Moon and Crossroads, this is saying that some sort of emotional choice needs to be made, and there may be some fears around that as well. But I feel like someone is confidently relaying a message and is standing their ground on a particular matter, and that is totally fine, because you may forgive this person and appreciate their honesty, but you may also set a boundary and say that something does need to change. Okay? And for some of you, you may need to see that change first, because you may feel like there is a bit of a disconnect in some way, shape, or form. So I feel like after this conversation happens, yes, you may appreciate the honesty, but there's still that lingering energy of whatever came up that may make you still feel a bit uncomfortable. And so I feel like you're just going to focus on yourself, but you're going to be feeling good. For some of you, you just may be frustrated with why the person didn't tell you sooner, or why you were not involved in maybe a decision, or just in general here. Or maybe you are just upset with the situation. Take what resonates. But I do feel that in the moment, you're like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought. I can forgive this person, but then it may come back to you, especially in the past, because there was this nervousness. You may have been like, that's what my intuition was trying to tell me. Like, my intuition was right here. I knew there was something weird going on. Or that's just for some of you, right? And so you may be frustrated with that. It's just like, this person could have told me about this then. Like, why didn't they tell me? Or something along the lines of that. And so there may be that relief that it's not as bad as you thought, especially if you had suspicions, but you're still frustrated with the situation, that it happened, that this person didn't tell you sooner, or just the way that this thing unfolded, right? So I think that there's frustration with that and how it was handled. And that may be why you set this boundary. You may be letting this person know, like, hey, you need to kind of handle the situation a bit better. You need to communicate, something along the lines of that. So either way, there's going to be positive movement forward, because there is this opportunity to make the necessary adjustments so that you two can move forward in happiness. I do feel like this person does care about you. And so, yes, I'm not justifying their behavior. Maybe there was some sort of change that occurred, or there was some peer pressure or some influences around them. But I do feel like they caught themselves. They know, hey, don't go there, don't do that. But it doesn't mean that they shouldn't have told you, because there's definitely a need to talk about this. So that's what I am getting so far for you, Sagittarius. If this resonated, please let me know below. I do read all my comments and would love to know how this is playing out in your life. This was a bit of a confusing reading for me, so I would love to see how this is playing out for you. And please let me know your sun, moon, rising, Venus, as well as any other major placements that you have. I really would like to see what part of the Sagittarius collective that I am connecting with at this time. But we're going to take this over to the extended. So we're going to be exploring where this connection is headed, the long term, any blocks or delays in this connection, especially with, communication and stuff like that. We're going to explore how to overcome any blocks and strengthen the connection. We're also going to explore what you may not know about this person or situation that you should know. We'll also dive deep into timing, so particular dates or time frames in which you may see more active energy in this connection, and periods when things may manifest. And then we'll dive into some general guidance and advice as well, so that you can feel more confident navigating this situation, regardless of where you are on the timeline. And then other things that often come up in the reading as we go along are things such as feelings, intentions, communication, actions that they may take, things like that. Those are often things that come up as sub questions. And of course, I never leave you guys hanging. So if anything else comes up along the way, we'll dive deep into that. But that is what I have for you. Keep watching for a preview. And I hope to see you over there. If not, then I hope that this reading was able to provide you with enough clarity and insight into your situation. But that is what I have for you for now, Sagittarius. I love you all so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. Because you may be feeling like, I just want to know the truth. I just want to know what's going on. The person's wearing a false mask. They're acting like they don't really care here. And there may be a sense of mirroring as well. But then the second that this person reaches out to you with something, I feel like you're getting back in your head of like, okay, like what's going on here? There's some sort of message, some wake-up call about why someone threw in the towel here. And this connection may have just lost footing in some way, shape, or form. And maybe why this person let this happen. If there's a shift in your energy, this person may be looking at it and wondering, what's up with Sagittarius here? And really acknowledging that they should have addressed this right away, rather than waiting until later.